He says this every morning, even though he was born 30 years after they did. You nod respectfully while gnawing your spoon like it's a bone. There is no coffee, there is no tea. It tastes like sadness and twigs. You drink it anyway because hydration is technically important. By the end of your meal, you're not full, but you're less empty. You take that as a win. Breakfast in Dark Age Britain. It doesn't wake you up, but it does remind you that life is long, cold, and occasionally moss-flavored. You've barely swallowed the last spoonful of gel when your mother calls out your name, or at least what sounds like it, muffled through the scarf she's using as a head wrap. The chores await. You were hoping maybe this would be the day you get something exotic like, say, picking herbs or helping the blacksmith. But no. Today, like most days, your journey begins with the humble, noble task of shoveling animal dung. Ah, the perfume of Dark Age Britain. You step behind the hut where the animals are penned. There it is, a glorious, steaming tribute to the livestock gods. Pigs, goats, cows, and that one particularly vengeful sheep that waits until you're just within range before letting loose like a trebuchet. You grab your wooden shovel. It's splintery. It's warped. It weighs about the same as a small child, and its effectiveness is debatable. Still, it's your Excalibur, your destiny. You begin scooping, trying not to breathe too deeply. The trick is to breathe just enough to stay conscious, but not enough to regret being born. The pigs watch you with contempt. The goats look vaguely amused. One chicken follows you closely, judging your form like a personal trainer from hell. You pile the dung onto a sled. Not a cart, a sled, because wheels don't work very well in 6 inches of seasonal swamp. You drag it to the compost heap, a mountain of filth that vaguely resembles a sleeping dragon made of sadness. You toss the latest offerings on top. It steams ominously. You nod with pride. Dung isn't just dung here. It's fuel. It's fertilizer. It's floor patching material. It's currency if you're desperate enough. Once your cousin traded a sack of dried cow patties for half a duck, no regrets. You wipe your hands on your tunic, which at this point is just a wearable rag of crimes against hygiene. You look down at your boots, or rather your feet wrapped in strips of cloth, pretending to be boots, and sigh. You're 3 hours into the day, and your dignity left around the time you slipped and landed in something warm and soft. But hey, the pigs are clean, your family has fuel, and your shovel hasn't broken in half yet. You, my friend, are thriving. Let's be honest, you have absolutely no idea what year it is. Not in the what's the date today sense, more in what century are we in again sort of way. You think someone said it was the year 493, but then someone else insisted it was 526. And old Tilda swears it's still Roman times, which is optimistic. But really, why would it matter? You don't have a calendar. You don't have a clock. Your concept of time revolves around whether or not the sun is being rude today. There's no government-issued parchment reminding you of tax season. The only new year you recognize is the planting season. That's when the village gets together to stab the dirt and argue about what the sky is trying to say. You once asked the monk at the monastery what year it was. He launched into a 3-hour rant about papal decrees, solar cycles, and why Easter can't ever just stay in one place. You nodded politely and backed away before he tried to convert your goat again. The village elder swears it's still the age of heroes, which probably just means his back doesn't hurt today. He says this while wearing a rusted helmet as a hat and claiming he fought off a Viking using only a broom and a dream. The children measure time and how many snowfalls since the last piglet was born. You've adapted. You now refer to major events as 3 mudslides ago or the year of the aggressive goose. You don't know your birthday. No one does. Your age is best described as old enough to help, young enough to complain.